Well, it wasn't terrifying.
It's just a quarter note. It's so thick.
In a bar line all by itself.
It was just like a bar line, quarter note, bar line.
Yeah.
And then we were back into 15/16.
Yeah. What is that? What song was that?
That was one of the songs from Phantom. I can't
Which
I
one?
don't know where the 1/4.
You
I can't remember what it was
Yeah,
for.
I think.
Sing it.
Was that the,
I don't remember
was that the
how-
one where there was a 1/4 bar? Or was the 1/4
There were
bar
all
in-
kinds of weird crap in the Phantom
You had
music.
15/16.
Yeah, I had a hell of a time trying to read it. Like,
Yeah.
Little way to run a business.
And I just refused to play in those sections. I was like, no.
I
almost
think
feel-
it was in the
Oh, in the the notes. That's what I'm thinking it's from.
No, that's not what it was from. We had a regular.
No, there was another. We were like deep in the middle of something crazy. It might have been.
Misty, it's all a point to help Misty.
No, we never played a music of the night.
It was in something else. It was in.
There was
Forgetting how to.
yeah.
No one wants to revisit those times.
The
God,
more
I
commonly,
really
though,
love these songs, you know.
more commonly, fast waltzes are one pulse per measure. It's very seldom turns out to be one note per measure. That would be such as a dotted half. But more often, a quick waltz will be one pulse per measure, but there are 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bum, 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 bum. All right. I like it when you ask those kinds of questions, especially when somebody else out here knows the answers. All right. So now we're about ready for the letter C. Is that right, Clay?
Yeah.
All right. How are we going to slap in these bar lines?
Isn't it after the 8th rest?
That's right. After the 8th rest.
And then it's after the 8th note.
Yep.
And then it's after the 8th dotted 8th note at the 16th.
That's right. After the 16th note.
After the 2/16 notes.
No, after the dotted quarter.
Oh, got it.
And then
It's after the 2/8.
2/8 notes. Now, the thing I might warn you about is that. Whoops, sorry. Sorry, did I wake you up? It's really very difficult for you to miss only one in this. All right? If you miss one, you're likely to miss 2. For instance, if you got 4 in that measure, 4 in that measure, but didn't count it right and got only 3 in this measure, that's going to put 5 in this measure, and so you're going to actually have 2 measures wrong. So one mistake is going to make 2 errors. So you have to be really careful not to make 2 errors. In other words, try to make no errors, I guess, is the best idea. Try to make no errors. Why didn't I think of that? The 6/4 time, whose turn would that be? Is that Elizabeth's?
so the first one is after the second quarter rest. Quarter rest.
That's right. After the first quarter rest is correct.
First quarter.
I'm sorry, second quarter rest, my bad.
Then it's after the quarter note.
After the single quarter note,
Quarter note. Then it's again after the single quarter note.
and again after the single quarter note, and then the double bar is already filled in for you. All right, now, on number 7, rewrite the following rhythmic patterns by beaming the 8th notes and 16th notes. The rule is, does anybody know the rule?
Like you would separate them on the beat, right?
That's correct. Beam by beat. Beam by beat. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it makes sense. Let's try the key. The key, how would you rewrite letter A? Okay, in the first measure you would extract the single eighth notes and make a double eighth note. All right. Now, in the second measure, we want to show two beats. That means we have to put those two together and this one together so that we can say, okay, look, junior high, why can't you clap this? This is beat 1, this is beat 2, okay? All right, and now how would you beam the third one, Vicki?
The eighth note and 2/16 notes coming together.
That's right, 8th and 2/16 make a beat, good.
And a dotted eighth and a 16th note coming together.
That's right. All right, so what you need to look at after you get done, you go through and say, okay, there are 2 beats in every measure. Do I see 2 beats in every measure? And look and see. I can see here's the beat beamed, here's the beat beamed, here's the beat beamed, here's the beat beamed. That's the important part. All right. Now in 4/4, we're going to be able to see 4 beams or 4 beats. I hope. Okay. Let's see. That would be a good doctor. Would you please write us a prescription for this?
Very well. I'm going to beam that first eighth note and then the 2/16 notes after it together.
That's right.
And I'm going to beam those next 2/16 notes and the eighth note.
That's right.
Together. And then the rest of that measure I would leave.
Rest of the measure, leave alone.
And then in measure 2, I am going to beam that dotted eighth note and the 16th note together.
Yep.
Then I'm going to beam those 4 16th notes together.
That's right.
Then here, I'm going to, in the 4th measure, I'm going to put those 2 16th notes and the 8th note together.
Right.
And then the 8th note and the 2 16th notes together.
That is exactly right.
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna fail this test.
So,
Administer twice
So
daily
confident.
for 3 days.
for 3 days.
It's on tape.
And then pay your doctor bill. Send me the money. Again, if you can't go through here after you've done that and say, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, you may have done it wrong. Okay? All right, identify the following pitches by letter name. Let's start with Ryan.
F.
And very good. And then Noah. Yes, that's correct. C. Good. And
C.
another C. Liz.
E sharp.
That was wonderful.
We're on the second, the one that is second line with a sharp.
Ew. G sharp.
G sharp.
E flat.
E flat. Clay.
B.
B.
D sharp.
D sharp.
D flat.
D flat.
A.
A. Ryan.
The last one on that line.
Is that an F?
That is an F. And now Noah in bass clef.
A.
A.
D flat.
D flat.
Third note.
What do you need me again?
Get back to you on that.
Okay. F sharp.
F sharp is right.
B flat.
B flat. Clay.
G.
And Elizabeth.
E.
E. In the key. C sharp.
A.
A.
F.
F. Very good. And you thought I'd sprung the leak, didn't you?
So bad.
Last one.
Last one.
B. Very good. All right. And Ryan,
On the next one.
on the next one,
G.
G. Then we drop to bass clef. Liz.
Flat.
G. And Josh.
B flat.
B flat. Then back up to treble clef played. D. And Elizabeth.
D.
And down to bass clef to key. D. And Dot. A. And Ryan.
sharp.
It is an F sharp. Then up to treble clef and Feynman. Very good. Now on these last ones that you have to do, you need to find 4 different places on the grand staff for each of those notes. They don't have to all 4 be, they don't have to be 2 in the treble and 2 in the bass, although it makes sense to do 2 in the treble and 2 in the bass. But keep in mind that you need to find 4 that sound different.